And we're live. Hello, welcome to Codes of Harmony. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. I just had the most beautiful frame lined up. But then this big truck came and pulled right in front. Please give me clear and divine guidance be most beneficial for everyone involved. I hope you're doing well wherever you are. Yay. Oh, it looks like that. Oh, it's not a truck, it's a van. A pink van. Is that pink? I can't tell. So, an end to the plague. Oh, there we go. That's better. Let me see if I can't get this sorted for you. Let me see. How about is that any good? Is that any good? Is that good? Oops. Hold on. God, I hope I don't annoy anybody with my, what do you call it? Disorganization? Is that it? Okay, I just want you to be able to enjoy this view with me. Okay, I'm not sure if, I hope that it's still rolling. Are we still rolling? Yeah, we're still rolling. Okay. Please give me clear and divine guidance that will be most beneficial for everyone involved. So there is a plague that has been taking over the world, is what I'm hearing. It's some kind of strange, fungal, poisonous, toxic, insidious thing. You may find this is in your home. This might be in your bedroom. I just saw it. Something to do with your bedroom. This might be to do with your workplace. Okay, Valkyries. Choices. And Valkyries, of course, are about the end of a battle. So the battle is already over, right? The battle is clearly already over. And it seems like somebody doesn't want to admit that. And it's causing a whole lot of trouble. Well, maybe not trouble. It's causing a delay in destiny, right? What are you destined for? What are we collectively destined for? For some of you, this is something that is happening in your relationships. For some of you, this is something that is happening at work. This could be happening a lot to a lot of you because it's a plague. When I think about a plague, that's something that takes over, right? Something that takes over, controls things, makes a whole lot of people really sick, makes a lot of people obsessive. That's an interesting term. Then we have Kelpie. Kelpie's a bit like Selkie. I won't show you this picture, but it's basically, well, it's an old Celtic or Celtic term. I think it's Irish. Please give me clear and divine guidance to be most beneficial for everyone involved. It's very early where I am. I decided to come see the ocean very early. So this plague that they're talking about, it's not a physical illness. For some of you, it might be a mental illness. Then we have a card representing the Sphinx, gratification, talking about Egypt. You may be connected to Egypt. You may have a past lifetime, I would say past lover in Egypt. You may be connected to Egypt in some kind of deep, meaningful way. And there seems to be this kind of attack on spirituality that's happening, right? But what's happened, it seems to be, the way that Spirit's showing it to me now, is this attack has not gone how they want it. It's completely backfired. It's completely changed and broken the evil, evil plague. The evil, evil plague that has been implanted throughout the lands. Then we have loyalty with Mithras. Now, I'm getting a message coming through about loyalty. Loyalty is as loyalty does, is what I hear. And so that's a little bit like when people say actions speak louder than words, right? And so you may have somebody in your life who keeps promising something but never comes through. Keeps promising something but doesn't do the right thing, you know? Doesn't do what's right. And I don't believe that any one person is all good or all bad. But there seems to be something about this noxious plague that seems to be trying to trick all of you into being confused about what is right and what is wrong, what is good and what is bad. And I'm not talking about politics. No. That is such surface level, right? I'm not talking about religion. Give me clear and divine guidance be most beneficial. Oh, interruptions to the throat chakra. Interruptions to the throat chakra. Somebody's left the painting tape up on that building. So it's like, this is like well, that looks like an expensive building. Kind of like a mansion by the water, right? And like, you know, when you put tape to like paint the edges, like the border of like a wall or whatever, someone's left some blue tape up there. Please give me clear and divine guidance that could hold some meaning to some of you. Please give me clear and divine guidance be most beneficial for everyone involved. I hope you can see the water. Peaceful, beautiful water. I love water, personally. I've always been a really good swimmer. Like, as long as I can remember, I've just naturally was like total water baby, you know? Just naturally. So something about this plague has to do with old industry, old money, old business, and old evils using people who do not realize what they're involved in. Mirror, fetch. Now for me, I'm somebody who like, I'm somebody who doesn't like being told what to do. But for some reason, my whole damn life, people have wanted to tell me what to do. But it's gotten so much worse in the last, like, few years. It seems like the status quo, you know, the world seems to really have a problem with strong, particularly women, doing what they want. Having their say in what's going to happen in our lives, what's going to happen to our families, what's going to happen in our future, taking hold of our destinies, right? Really taking hold of our destinies. Really taking hold of what and who we are in this earthly form, in this earthly incarnation. And I want to remind you, all of you have the ability to do that. All of you. We always have a choice. Everyone always has a choice. you know? I personally have always had trouble watching other people be bullied. I've always had trouble watching other people be discriminated against, and the general oppressive tone of white supremacists, right? Whoa, this is a big message. Can be clear and divine guides who are most beneficial for everyone involved. You may be finding people are trying to blackmail you. Oh, we've got Valkyries again. You may be finding people trying to manipulate you into doing, saying, and agreeing to things. Also, I had this weird vision come through about like a game show. Some kind of game show that was basically breaking a whole lot of laws. Like an extensive amount of laws. Please give me clear and divine guidance. Oh, that reminds me, I've got to put my PayPal up here so that I can start accepting money from people who believe in me and want to support me. Yeah. I've just been doing some research. Sorry, it's taken me a while. Ooh, Alchemy Circle. Or is that Circe? Oh, that's right, Circe. Oh, did I bring the little booklet? Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, let's see what Circe has to say. Number 23. Yeah, so obviously in this, like, this channeling that's coming through about this game show, for some of you it's more about church, for some of you it's more about, I just saw a lunchroom, like some kind of lunchroom. For some of you it's about the inner temple, what you actually think and believe within yourself about what you deserve. I want you all to know that everyone has the right to choose. Everyone has the right. And this plague is stopping because there has finally been an antidote. And the antidote is here for all of you. Oh, Circe. Oh, it's so good no cars are pulled up in front of me. Nobody seems to be walking in front of the car too much. That's awesome. Okay, here we go. Number 23, Alchemy. Circe, you are the magic. Be your own alchemist. Deepen your plant and herbal knowledge. Do not trust fleeting first impressions. Sometimes things are not exactly as they seem. Look deeper. Get clear about what is real and what is not. That is the core of the message when it comes to this plague. Because there's something about this plague that is trying to make people confused about what is what is not, what is real, and what is just a twisted plot. But see, they didn't realize how actually magic you are. They didn't understand that magic is real. That spirituality is real. That the spirits really do communicate with us. Truth and deception. Circe is probably one of the most intriguing deities within all Greek mythos. You may be Greek or connected to someone who's Greek. Born of the god of the sun, the titan Helios, and the ocean nymph Perseus. She became one of the greatest sorceresses, herbalists, and potion makers in the ancient world. Misunderstood and feared, it was said she was beautiful and had eyes like all of Helios's children, a bright shining gold. The myth that most people recognize about Circe is that of her home on the island of, what does that say? Aeaea? A-E-A-E-A. What does that say? full of tame beasts such as huge lions, wolves, and massive tusked pigs. When Odysseus arrived, he marveled at this graceful woman alone except for these huge creatures, but soon realized that the creatures are all formerly men whom Circe had transformed into beasts with a potion, and his crew are some of them. Again, here is the idea that a sorceress would automatically have to be of ill intent, and giving pig-making potions to sailors may be a bit of an evidence to this. But let's look more closely. Imagine being Circe, hunted by the great Athena, exiled to this island and being alone except for your skills in potion making and magic to protect you. Every now and again, a boatload of sailors comes to the island, sometimes accidentally during a storm, sometimes simply to rest and gather supplies. Circe offers some hospitality, some salt and food, but she is a woman in their eyes, vulnerable, and, in fact, something to use as they will. Ugh. She is sexually assaulted. She is determined that she will that this will never happen again, and decides that every man who comes to the island, unless they leave the same day, will be transformed. Things change somewhat when we know the motive, right? Circe is able to pull together the elements and the plants in order to synergetically create magic for all kinds of reasons. She assists her sister Persephone, not Persephone, Perseus? No. Oh well. When she gives birth to the Minotaur, and it is suggested she created the potion that transformed Scylla, and the potion that brought Odysseus back to life after he was killed by Telegonus. In a long and interesting life, Circe defended, hindered, assisted, and created big magic. Wow. The crystal companion is violet flame opal. That sounds pretty. Wow, that's amazing. Please give me clear and divine guidance be most beneficial. It's almost Christmas time, you know that? Obviously, not all of us are Christians, even though it's all over the supermarkets. Someone's got a Santa hat up there in the window. But we're not all Christians. We all live in different places, different cultures. We are different people, different beings. Recently, I've had some incredible new spiritual experiences that have got me working with deities of other cultures that I haven't worked with before. And it's really like very powerful and very powerful timing considering coming up to Christmas, right? Blessings. We've got a card that says blessings on it. We've got a card that says loyalty on it. A card that says grief, warning, compassion, beauty. That's a mermaid card. That's interesting because I'm like obviously near the water. Reciprocity. I love that word. Oh, and that's so funny. The next card is Kali with love. You know, I do like these cards, but some of them I'm like, is that actually just a white woman who's like been digitally painted to be, although obviously Kali energy can be embodied and speaks to and lives to us all, but then these actual oracle cards have obviously used computer graphics And I'm just looking at this woman's face and I'm like, but obviously we all look different. And not all Indian people look the same, obviously. But it's all about choices we make, right? So this might have something to do with technology and science. This might have something to do with technology and science. And I just want to send so much, like, healing. Oh, please give me clear and divine guidance. So much healing to those who have run out of time, who've run out of space, run out of capacity to hold on to that which no longer serves the whole collective, right? Because the oppressors have lost. Even though losing and winning is not even terminology that I use that much, that regularly. I don't like using that terminology at all. But to make it simple for some of you to understand, the oppressors have lost. And the oppressors don't seem to want to just admit that that's what has happened, and that oppression cannot exist anymore in this earthly plane or any other. And then we have guardians. That makes me think of guardian angels. Wow, well, this has just been a quick message from your higher self. The plague that makes you all do strange things. The plague that makes people into stalkers. The plague that makes people obsess over other people and then get angry at the people they're obsessed over. That doesn't make any sense. You can't be angry at me that you're fascinated by me. Right? Oh, please give me clear and divine guidance that'll be most beneficial for everyone involved. Recently, I thought there was an understanding between me and this energy. I thought there was an understanding and they were going to stop being abusive. But no, the abuse continued. I'm seeing the game show again, like all these colored numbers. Please give me clear and divine guidance that'll be most beneficial for everyone involved. Hear that? For everyone involved. For everyone involved. For everyone involved. So I'm not going to choose safety for myself. This is just a metaphor. Obviously, I'm channeling for you, for the whole collective. And it's funny, the thing about abusers, they just can't help but show their hand. They just can't help. But eventually, everybody's seeing who and what they really are. For some of you, this is multiple people. For some of you, this is an entity. For some of you, it's an energy. For some of you, it's a whole group of people. Oh, wow. I just heard madam. Madam. So, what is a madam? I have to research. Please give me clear and divine guidance that'll be most beneficial for everyone involved. Somebody is saying, I would like. In fact, I insist. In fact, it's unavoidable for there now to be negotiations, peaceful negotiations, peace talks. right? Peace talks. And the peace talks are the antidote to the plague that is making so many people sick. I do love you. Somebody apparently needs to hear. Please give me clear and divine guidance. So they do love you. They do love you. In case you didn't know, they do love you. So that is a message. So some of you may be experiencing, I don't know, crushes. Some of you may be experiencing connections with the past. Some of you may be experiencing new forms of love that you didn't know existed. Revolutionary love is what I'm hearing. Please give me clear and divine guidance to be most beneficial for everyone involved. Being stranded on an island, and every time that a ship arrives, Circe was hoping that the men, the masculines, would help her. Not save, but help. Gosh, they could even build a whole new world on that island together. But not if the men are just going to think that they can abuse Circe. Is it Circe? Yeah, I think that's what it was. Please give me clear and divine guidance. There's something happening with the economy as well. Something happening with the economy. I don't know much about the economy. I've been an artist most of my life. And as we all know, people always try and take advantage of artists. And I'm a woman on top of that. Well, oh, is the camera still rolling? Let me check. Ooh, 27:44. That reminds me, I've got some admin I have to do. Randomly, this showed up, this like device, this, what do you call it? Those little digital boxes showed up. Maybe it was lost, maybe it wasn't. Got to check that out. Oh yeah, I've got to put my PayPal up. I said that before, didn't I? I think I'm going to do that once I know that PayPal is safe. I need a very clear sign that the abuse is going to stop. Is that clear? I think that's clear. I made myself clear. Oh my God, whose energy is this? Is this like some ancient energy? Is this some ancient godly energy? Is it? Wow. Is it? Is it an ancient godly energy? Look at that view. Hey? Look at that view. Isn't it beautiful? Oh yeah, and there's the paint up there on that expensive house. Isn't it funny, that huge mansion, but someone just accidentally forgot to take that little tiny bit of masking tape down. The devil's in the details, that's what they say. I really hope that the weather's nice today. Not nice like in terms of it just has to be sunny, just in terms of it has to be returned to the natural order of things. I send love to the losing side. Yeah. It's going to be so much better for everybody involved. I just heard Nepal, and then I heard Napoli. Is that like Italy? There's something about the economy going on. Anyways, I should get off here so that I can go for a little walk. Or maybe I won't go for a walk. It seems to be quite crowded. Also, I'm expecting a phone call. Okay. Sorry, this is an unusual message. But it seems like it's one that's needed. Because this dark plague that has infested humanity, it's in danger of wiping the whole planet out. Just like the dinosaurs, right? If you would just be brave and step out of the rules, break the rules. Some rules need to be broken. Wow, it's so wild channeling. Like when you're channeling, you just, so many energies come through, so many messages, so many different messages are coming through at the moment. And everyone deserves to be safe. Everyone deserves to have their own destiny. Everyone deserves to have their own fate. Nobody can manipulate or change destiny and fate. You may be able to bend it a little bit. You may be able to influence. You may be able to change the timing a little bit. But you cannot tell people who and what they are. It seems like someone's trying to trigger you, someone's trying to bully you, and it's just at this stage it's not possible. Because you are a spiritual baddie, is what I'm hearing. That's a funny term. I should look into that a bit more. There was a TV show some time ago that had something to do with bad girls or baddies or something. Something about the Ottoman Empire is coming through. Oh gosh. Oh. Oh. If I could turn back time. I'm hearing somebody sing. If I could find a way. There is a way. If you would just be brave and step out of the stupid game that is no more. The game doesn't exist anymore. And it wasn't a game. It isn't a game. I'm speaking to all of y'all, right? And for people that mocked spirituality, who have awoken via the work that has been taking place in the last however long, for those of you who thought things were only going to go one certain way and have been shocked and surprised, sit with that, learn from that, understand that it's all love, it's all good, but there needs to be negotiations made. Some of you may end up in a legal battle. That makes me also think, like, when you take money from somebody, you really need to understand how and who and what you are taking that money from. Some of you might be involved in some kind of competition. Some of you might have gambling problems. There's so many problems with people having addictions to phones recently. Have you noticed that? Like really, really intense addictions. And don't let anybody make you feel bad. Don't let anybody make you feel guilty. But people who really care about you, they're going to be concerned about this plague, this addiction, this insanity, this sickness, this oppression that is stopping. Don't judge a book by its cover. And don't be embarrassed that you did judge a book by its cover and you were so wrong, so mistaken. Wow, big channeled messages. I forgot to bring my tarot cards. Okay, so much love from Codes of Harmony. I just also heard someone said, I'm not chasing clues. It's time for you to tell the truth. So much love. Oh, so noisy over here. Gosh, everyone looks a bit the same over here. I know you shouldn't say that. But there's a certain fashion going on. I'm so fascinated by that blue tape. There's that little bit of blue tape left up there on that expensive big mansion. Oh, look. Is that a tiny black butterfly? We've done so many incredible things together. I'm hearing someone say. Don't stop believing in magic. Don't stop believing in love. Don't stop believing in healing. Let the truth be heard. So much love from Codes of Harmony.